Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Take me home today, take me out to play, take me back into that sweet, sweet melody.
Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Disney in Detail travel day. I can hardly believe I am taking this trip. It is a very last minute trip. It's going to be a little bit different this time because I'm going to be focusing on some different things which I'm going to go through in a second. And I'm at the train station because we're actually flying from London Gatwick this time. So that's new. We've gone from Heathrow every single time since the pandemic, and for the first time we're going back to Gatwick to show what that experience is like and what getting your COVID test and everything is like from that airport, and all of the usual stuff that I like to let you know about for your upcoming trips. But for this trip we are going to be focusing very much on budget, so both doing a budget trip because we're going to be staying in an off-site hotel for the majority of the trip, but also budget in terms of what I spend while I'm there. So I'm going to be keeping a track of that every single day. I will add up every single little bit of money I spend, so at the end of the day we can take a look at that, see what I've spent overall, and just give you guys a real idea about what the costs are. It's not necessarily that I'm going to be just trying to spend the absolute least amount of money possible. I certainly am going to be keeping costs down, mainly eating in quick service restaurants in the parks. Oh, we've got an announcement. Okay, I had to move location because there was a lot of crazy noise going on. I think I'm going to have to ignore the announcements because they're like every 2 minutes. I really don't think this is much better, but we're just gonna go with it. So as I was saying, this trip is going to be budget focused in the sense that I'm going to be telling you everything that I spend, how much everything costs. I know that's something lots of you guys are interested in. I do tell you guys prices often when we're looking at merch and things like that, but I know lots of you are interested in the overall picture of what gets spent in a day with Genie Plus and food and souvenirs and little other expenses that you might not think about. And then at the end of each day we're going to be talking about that and having a look at what gets spent overall on this Disney trip. And at the end of the trip I will go through what I paid for the actual trip itself, flights and all of that type of thing as well. So if you are new to this channel, hi and welcome. I'm Victoria and I have lots of Disney vlogs, mainly at Disney World in Florida, but I've also been to Paris and Tokyo Disney as well. I have California planned for next year, so if you would like to see more videos like this, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon to make sure you're always notified when I have new videos going up. And yeah, I'm very excited to have you guys along with me on this very last minute unexpected trip. It's just something I decided to do, as I say, fairly last minute. A lot of people have been asking me about staying off site, how that will work with Genie Plus, whether it makes a big difference. Is it worth staying on site at Disney? What's the transportation like if you're staying off site? So we're really going to explore all of that, and I just wanted to do something a little bit different that you guys are asking for, because I always like to bring you the information that you really want to know about visiting Disney World. I've got myself a little coffee, of course, and this is the new blonde roast from Starbucks. It is really nice. It's quite nice if you have it as a vanilla latte, but I've just got a regular one this morning to wake me up. I need to get my COVID test this evening. I'll talk you through all of that as well. You do, at the moment anyway, still have to do that. It is currently the 8th of June, just for those of you who like that information as well. And I probably should have said that my venti coffee was £3.90. Start as we mean to go on. That is something that I've spent today. And on the note of things being expensive, the airport hotels at Gatwick were crazy expensive. I paid £138, I believe it was. I will check on that to make certain. But yeah, I think it was £138 for one night at the Premier Inn at North Terminal, which is so expensive. There really wasn't anything cheaper. It was crazy. So I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's just people all starting to travel again, but the Heathrow hotels certainly haven't been that expensive. So that wasn't great for our budget trip, but it is what it is. My flight is at 11 AM in the morning, so I certainly wouldn't want to risk traveling up on the day of the actual flight from where I live anyway. I do have one night at the end of the trip staying at Disney. The reason for that is because I have an annual pass, and if you are staying in an off-site hotel, you can only book 5 park reservations with an annual pass. If you had a regular ticket for your length of stay or one of the UK tickets, you'd be able to book all of your days, but for me with an annual pass I can only book 5, and it meant that I then couldn't book my last 2 days in the parks. And given how the park reservations have been selling out, I didn't want to get stuck not able to visit the parks I wanted to. So I have one night at the end of the trip at Wilderness Lodge. I rented some DVC points from Kate, and we're going to be staying at Copper Creek, which we've never done before. I'll be able to do a room tour and everything for you of that, and I feel like it'll actually be quite interesting having that one night at the end of the trip, because we can do a very direct comparison on how it feels using Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes and all of that kind of thing, having that early advantage to book return time staying on site, and we'll have obviously been staying off site for the rest of the trip, and it'll be interesting to see the difference there. I am going for a week, so it's just a week this time. It's just a quick trip, but yeah, I'm just very excited to talk a lot more about budget and off-site and all of that kind of stuff that you guys have been asking for.
Put the pedal to the floor, flame your light, take a smoke, put your broken rip off, Wayfarers on. Doesn't matter if the sun goes down, we'll still be up, still be up. Don't care about the place we found, we'll still be up, still be up. We're in this together, we both fall down.
So we're just at Reading, which is always the changeover point when I'm travelling from Somerset to Gatwick. And changing trains is a bit of a pain with luggage, but it's not too bad. It's very quiet today. Most of the time when I do these travel days, the trains are busy, everything's crazy, but it's really not that bad at all. So we've arrived here at South Terminal, and we're going to head into M&S just to quickly grab something for lunch. Haven't eaten anything today, so I'm starving. And then into Boots, I just need to grab a couple of travel products. Okay, I was going to go back to the hotel, drop my stuff off, and then come back for my COVID test, but I just realised I've only got an hour until my time, and you can normally get it done a little bit earlier, so I think I'm going to sit down, eat my sandwich I've just brought, then get the COVID test, and then we'll head across. And just in case anyone's ever thinking about staying at the Block Hotel, this is the entrance, and this is security, so it is literally steps away from departures and security, so it is a good one, but it can be kind of pricey and the rooms are tiny. Okay, sandwich consumed, and it's a very good thing I looked at the confirmation for my COVID test, because it is in fact over at North Terminal anyway, which is where the Premier Inn is. So I'm now going to head over, and I think I will just drop my bag off, because if it's over at that terminal I will have time to do that first.
Daydream, chase the thrill, make up the way as we go, live for the moment, lose control. Rent a car you can't afford, put on a song that we both know, let your hair out in the wind, put the pedal to the floor, flame your light.
And we've made it to the Premier Inn. It's all good. It feels weird being back at Gatwick. When I was just waiting to come up in the lift, this always used to be where I would stay. So yeah, it feels weird being back at Gatwick for sure, having done Heathrow the last few times. And we're in room 415. I haven't even looked at the view. A car park and another hotel by the looks of it. That's not very exciting. I'm going to now head straight back out and go across to North Terminal just to get the COVID test done. This hotel is literally like right at the terminal, so it's just take me 2 minutes to walk across. Maybe it won't take me 2 minutes to find the testing centre, because you guys know how challenging I always seem to find that. But hopefully we'll find it easy enough. And then I'll come back here. I've got a couple of work things just to sort out before I go tomorrow, and just relax for the evening. I don't know what I'm going to do about dinner. I ate my sandwich kind of late, so I'm really not that hungry, but if I do fancy something later, I'll probably just go down to the restaurant here at the Premier Inn. And what I think I'm planning on doing, I'm kind of thinking about these videos ahead for when I'm editing them. I'm always thinking about that as I'm actually filming stuff. Probably what I will do is every time I spend any money, I will put up a little thing on the screen saying how much it was, and then when we get to the end of the day, I will put the total up on the screen just so we can keep a track. I'm keeping all my receipts, and I can track it all through my app that I use. I use Starling Bank, by the way, just in case anybody wonders what I use for my currency when I'm out in Florida. I don't really take cash anymore. I take a very small amount in case I need it to tip people, but for the most part I use Starling, which has 0 fees for spending abroad, so you just basically use it like your normal debit card, which is really good. So hopefully you guys will find that helpful, because sometimes it is surprising how much you are spending. And just quickly, I'll show you the room. I know you guys have seen these Premier Inn rooms lots of times before in the vlogs. This is the bed, and like I was saying in the last set of vlogs, normally they have one of these couch type things which they would make up as a second bed. The one at Heathrow had 2 beds, which was unusual, but usually you have that. Tea making facilities. I remembered the biscuit brew again, thank goodness. And you do have a TV, a little bit of wardrobe space. And then the bathroom, I won't even bother putting the light on. It is just your standard bathroom. Okay, we're in North Terminal. Apparently the test centre is downstairs, and I think there are some lifts over here. So let's head into the lift. Hopefully it'll be fairly obvious when we get there. And I can see the Express Test Centre in the distance, just to the left of the Costa over there. Although I have to say there has not been any signs, so we've had to find this by just asking. There have been no signs anywhere. I'm just in the Costa that we saw as we were walking up to the Express Test place, and I do have a coffee, but the cost of this was free because I do have some reward points. I used the Costa app, so I didn't pay anything for my coffee, and that was a little bit of a different experience here at Gatwick than it was over at Heathrow. So first of all, I had to wear a mask, which I have not been asked at any of the tests that I've had. I mean, maybe like back when I went in November and you still had to wear a mask in the airport, but last time I went at Heathrow, they didn't ask that, but you do have to here. And they're more like little booths. So the person who's doing the test for you goes into this little booth and kind of does the test through like a window. So that was a little bit different as well. But it's a really, really easy test. Like when I do COVID tests on myself, I always put the swab like really far up, but they just kind of like waft it around in your nostril a little bit. It's really not a big deal. And they said the test will come through by email in 40 minutes. So I'm just waiting for that. I don't have to wait here, by the way. I could go back to the hotel, but I thought I would just have a little coffee while I'm here. It is much, much later on now. I am about to go to bed. I ended up not doing anything for dinner in the end. I had my sandwich so late on in the day. It was like 4 o'clock or something, I think. And I just then didn't feel like I needed any dinner. So I've just been here in the room, getting a few work things done. And yeah, like I was saying, just kind of relaxing, spoke to my mum and all that kind of thing. And now it's time for bed. I want to be up early in the morning. The flight is not super early, but I have had several messages from BA talking about the airport being busy. They've actually begun a twilight check-in similar to what Virgin Atlantic have had for years and years. BA never used to offer that, but it sounds like they are offering it at the moment. I didn't take advantage of it because I need my stuff for in the morning, and my rucksack that I have, like my backpack, is not big enough for me to put like everything I would need in the morning to have taken my case away this evening, if that makes sense. So I will just do bag drop in the morning. My COVID test came back negative, thank goodness, so we are all good to go. And I've done the Verifly app and everything I need to do for that, so I'll get over there in the morning in plenty of time, but it should be okay, and just get some breakfast. We'll have a little look around Gatwick. Like I say, we haven't done that for a while, and then we will be heading off. I'm very excited to be going, as always. I'm always so grateful to be able to do these trips and share the information that I do with you guys. And this one being a trip on my own, I feel like I can really get into that. I feel like I am going with kind of a purpose this time, with looking much more at the off-site experience, and as I've said, with the budget side of things. I don't know if I said which hotel I'm staying in. I'm going to be at the Wyndham Garden, Lake Buena Vista, which is very, very close to Disney Springs. It's one of the closest, and they do offer buses to the parks and everything, so we're going to be really looking at that. That's going to be it for this evening. I'm going to get into bed now, and then I will see you in the morning for my travel day. Good morning, it is travel day. I'm excited to get over to the terminal. This flight actually departs from South Terminal, and this hotel is at North, so we just need to get that little monorail back across again. I slept good last night, but I do need some coffee, obviously. So we're going to go over and get checked in, drop the suitcase off, and then go and find some coffee, maybe some breakfast. I'm kind of hungry because I didn't eat dinner last night. And does anybody else obsessively check the room before you're leaving? Even though you know you haven't left anything behind, you're still checking about 5 times before you leave. Comment below, do you do that? Because I do it every single time. But let's get over there and see what the check-in process is like here at Gatwick, and I will obviously update you on all of that. And I do get questions about what I wear to travel. So I have this denim jacket on, which is from New Look. I have this dress, which is from Pour Moi, and these dresses are so comfortable for travel. They do have a little bit of a sleeve, and I've got this in several colours. I absolutely love it. It's so comfortable. And then I just have my Converse, and I will link this outfit in the description if you're interested in it. Just met some lovely people in the lift who have just got out. That's one really good thing about going on vacation. Everyone is in such a good mood when you're staying at the airport hotel the night before. And here we are at South Terminal. Very, very easy. Let's go and find the BA check-in, which I think is right down at the end of this building. And here we go, British Airways. So this used to be where Virgin had their whole area, but it's just changed over to BA. And bag drop, yes, this is what we need. Oh, okay, we have got an automated bag drop here. Normally there's a person, so let's see what happens. 19.1, that's okay. Okay, that was really easy. You just do all of that yourself, as you saw. I've never had that before. It's always been a person taking your bags and checking everything. And when I got to the podium, they literally just wanted to see my Verifly app and also my boarding pass, and that was it, and my passport, of course. And from there, you can just go up on this escalator straight to security. And this is where we were yesterday with the Block Hotel. Won't be able to film through at security. I will see you guys on the other side. Okay, we are through, and here is the duty-free sparkly floor just for Becky. I'm pretty sure she'd love to have her kitchen floor like this. And we're through, all done with security, just ready now to grab some coffee and breakfast. Let's see if our flight is up on the board yet. No, I don't think it's quite up there yet because we're not till 11. We have a Nando's, which I think they do a breakfast menu. I always feel like Nando's is so not a breakfast thing. So maybe we'll go down to the Wetherspoons. It will be busy in there though. The Wetherspoons here is always crazy busy, but let's go see. Wow, is this the Starbucks line? I feel like I'm already at Disney. Oh no, this is for something else. Wagamama maybe? No, Grain Store. So that's obviously popular. And this that I'm in now is the line to get into the Wetherspoons. Every single place to eat is like this. Hopefully it won't take too long. But I've given up on that because it's craziness, and it didn't look as if anyone was even like seating anyone or anything, so I don't know if I would have even been able to sit down. So we're going to try Nando's. There's a line for that as well, but at least somebody there will be seating people, I guess. And yeah, we'll see what they have. It's definitely less crazy down at this end. There is much less of a line for Nando's, so maybe avoid the Wetherspoons. It was totally crazy. I was talking to other people in line and everyone was just a bit stressed and confused, so we don't want that. To say the sandwiches have been picked over in Boots is putting it mildly. They don't have my aeroplane cheese sandwich. This is not good. Okay, first purchase of the day was £6.25 in Boots, and now my table is ready at Nando's, so let's head over there. So here is my breakfast and my coffee. It cost me $15.10. Oh, I did get some chips as well because I need to load up before the plane. Just about have time to eat it before we have to go to the gate. Okay, the Nando's ended up being pretty much just a stressful experience because I had to really quickly eat my food. I didn't really have a chance to vlog, and the gate is now open. I've had to take my coffee to go, and yeah, we're now in a bit of a rush. So getting food, I would highly recommend you get breakfast at your hotel. Don't wait until you get here to Gatwick because it's just crazy everywhere. I would not recommend trying to get breakfast here at the departure area. But let's go to gate 15. It is now going to be time to board soon. I'm excited to try BA in economy again because last time obviously Kate and I had the upgrade. Okay, just went through the check at the gate and we are just getting straight on. Everybody's just walking straight onto the plane, so I didn't think I was late. What is going on? Unless they're just being super efficient today. And I did just meet Dean and his family. I didn't catch everybody's name at the check-in there when we were coming in, so hi to you guys and I hope you had a great time. Okay, here we are, 23C. I'm actually this aisle seat. I just found a Rogue Capri Sun in my bag. That went through security. This is obviously liquid and I think it's over, yeah, it's 200 ml and nothing ever got said. So whoops, that was an accident. I just totally forgot that was in there, but I'm surprised that didn't get flagged up at security. No one else has come to sit here, so I don't know if they're just late to the party or I'm gonna have a whole row to myself, which is very surprising. I think somebody did have this seat when I looked on the seat map, so I'm pretty certain somebody's supposed to be sat there. But maybe this one will stay free, who knows? The row behind me was free, so I now have an entire row to myself. This is amazing. And I've just been given a drink, and BA actually do give you some little pretzels and stuff. Virgin have stopped like giving little snacks, but BA do still have them. So this is going to be amazing having the whole row to myself for this entire flight. So here is BA's dining experience in economy, which I have to say is better than Virgin's currently, definitely. So you can have wine, but I got a Diet Coke. I did get this to show you what it looks like, but I'm going to give that to somebody. This is the chicken and mash, which looks like that. Then you have some water, your cutlery. They have a little salad type thing here. I don't know if this is like a quinoa salad or something. Then you have a bread roll, and then they do have cheese and crackers as well. There's no dessert type thing, so if you do normally like something like that, make sure you maybe bring some chocolate or something with you to have afterwards, because there is no dessert. But generally, I would say that this is a lot better than the boxed thing that Virgin give you at the moment. Like I say, they've still got the cheese and crackers and the salad and all that type of thing. So yeah, this is what you currently get. And the other option was a vegetable bean chili, I believe. So it's now around an hour and 13 minutes until we land, and they have just brought around something to eat before landing. This one is cheese and onion, and I think they had like a chicken option, and it came in a little brown bag like that, and we have some water, a crunchy, and then also a cup of tea, or you could have coffee or juice or whatever. So yeah, that's quite nice just before you land, because it can take quite a long time to get through the airport. I would definitely say that the food has looked better on this flight than last time I flew with Virgin, actually.
Please remain seated until the aisle around you is clear, and our crew will be on hand to assist you. On behalf of us all and British Airways, I would like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and we do look forward to welcoming you back on board very soon. Thank you, and a very good afternoon to you all.
Doesn't matter if the sun goes down, we'll still be up, don't care about the place we found, we'll still be up.
We have all landed. Here we are at Orlando International Airport again. I can't believe it already. And we're just taking a little stopping break just to take my jacket off and just regroup before I head off to get my Mia's Connect bus. And on that note, I've had to get Mia's Connect this time because they service the hotels out of Disney. So I think you can do most of the ones on iDrive or a lot of the bigger ones. Whereas Sunshine Flyer, which is what we used last time, which I really enjoyed, they currently only service the Disney resorts. So I wasn't able to use them, even though I probably would have. So we're going to be getting our Mia's Connect bus in a second. And when I head over there, I will step by step exactly explain to you how to get to both the Sunshine Flyer and Mia's Connect if you're doing either of those. If you're getting like a rental car or something, then that can be slightly different, and I haven't done that in a long time. But I know a lot of you guys use both Mia's and Sunshine Flyer, so I will explain how to do that. And then we are going to be getting to the hotel. Once we're there, I can just sort of unpack, decompress slightly, and then we're going to head off to Disney Springs for the evening, have a look around, probably get a Blaze pizza, I would imagine, or something like that. And yeah, just really, really happy to be here. I can feel it's very warm already. So that's going to be interesting. I've never been in June. Have I been in June before? Not for a very long time. So I think we're going to be expecting some very hot weather. But yeah, I'm super excited to get to the parks. I'm going to be going to Epcot tomorrow, which is my favourite. The flight was really good. I had the whole row to myself. It did go fairly quickly. It went very quickly actually. And yeah, very uneventful, just sort of listened to music, and I had Wi-Fi on the plane, so that was another thing I spent money on. So $17.99, it needs to be added to the total, which was the cost for Wi-Fi for the entire flight. I think you could have bought cheaper ones for like a few hours, but I just bought the one for the whole flight, and it didn't work great if I'm honest, but it was good enough to use like Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp and that type of thing, but it wasn't great, so I will say that. So this is where you will emerge from arrivals. And if you are getting the Sunshine Flyer or Mia's Connect, you're going to go to your left, which is right here, and this is the B side. So it is just as you come through off the monorail to the B side. And there are escalators here, but right at the back, as I always say, there are elevators. I would probably do that if you've got a lot of luggage. Always look for the sparkly floor, the big square, and then you know you're in the right place. And you want level 1 for both Sunshine Flyer and Mia's Connect.
Level 1.
And as soon as you've stepped out of that elevator, there is actually a sign here that says it now. But if you are going to the Sunshine Flyer, you are going to go to your right. And if you're going to Mia's Connect, you are going to go to your left. And in both cases, you go all the way down to the end. So Sunshine Flyer is a lot closer because it's just down at the end there. But on this occasion, we are going to Mia's Connect, which is the exact same place where the Magical Express used to be, all the way down at the end of this building. So you can't really go wrong. Left for Mia's Connect, all the way down to the end. Right for Sunshine Flyer, all the way down to the end. There is a Starbucks here if anyone's desperate, but we're not going to stop for that now. And here's Mia's Connect, which is looking very, very quiet. There's only a couple of people here. And they'll just want to see the QR code that they send you in your email confirmation, so make sure you have that, either on your phone or you could print it out. Okay, we are lane number 4. As you can see, a lot of these have the little signs, so you've got the Magic Kingdom resorts, and we are going to Lake Buena Vista. And like I've said before, this is all exactly the same as it used to be for Magical Express. And it looks like we might be getting straight onto a bus too. That was very fast, if that's the case. Or maybe we're getting into this little one. So we're actually in like this minibus type thing, which is a little bit different this time. Okay, here we are at the Wyndham Garden. Oh, it smells really good in here. It smells like a Disney lobby. And I think I've explained before, this hotel is just the Wyndham, Lake Buena Vista, but then they also have Wyndham Garden, which is like the garden wing, which we're going to go through here in a minute to get to the garden wing, which is generally cheaper. If you want to stay in the tower, it is more expensive. Okay, so now we need to find the correct elevator, because I think this confused me last time. I think these ones are the kind of tower elevators, and I think we are going to be going this way. Yes, here we go. Wyndham Garden Sunrise. Okay, 1047 is this way. Oh, feel that heat. Oh my gosh, it's warm. It is warm. So this is motel style, where you've got the outside walkways, and obviously in the tower, in the main bit, is like a regular hotel. That's why it's kind of more expensive. But the rooms are absolutely fine here. Here we go, 1047. Oh, I think we were doing it backwards. Aha. Okay, here we are at the room. It's fairly basic, which I remember from last time, but it's perfectly nice. I'll give you a little room tour in a second. It's not a very big room, it's not anything too exciting, but I know you guys like to see everything properly. And then I'm gonna head over to Disney Springs, and I think what I'm actually going to do, rather than get Blaze Pizza, is get Earl of Sandwich today, and we'll stay at the marketplace end of Disney Springs, which is the closest to where I am here at this hotel, because I actually haven't looked around the co-op marketplace the last few trips. I haven't had Earl of Sandwich for a long time, so we can kind of stay local at that end of Disney Springs, and when I'm back later in the week we can look at the rest of it. But because I'm quite tired and I just got here and I want to obviously get unpacked and get organised and ready for Epcot tomorrow, so we can just go and have a little mooch around the marketplace end of Disney Springs, have something to eat, and then head back. And when I get back here, I'll talk through what he told me about the buses and the transportation and what I need to do for that, because I haven't fully read and understood that myself yet, because I think you do actually have to book them. So we'll explore that when I get back from Disney Springs. But let me just quickly show you the room. The air conditioner is kind of noisy in here. I don't know if you can hear that. And I actually have had to turn it down as in not as cold. It was so cold in here, I was actually like shivering, which is unlike me. As you come into these rooms, there is a huge window. Like, it's hard to explain how big this window is. There is a blackout blind and this one that I've got pulled down. Because I am on the kind of ground floor, there are people kind of like walking along, and there's cars and everything out there, so a lot of people seem to just be like out here a lot of the time, which is kind of strange when you're sat in your room and there's just random people. So it's good that they have this blind. Then we've got a lamp over there and a chair and a small table. Then you have 2 beds, then a big unit here with the TV above it, and in these little, they look like drawers but they're not, they pull down, and there's the safe in there. In here is the coffee maker and an ice bucket and stuff, and I do have my kettle with me, which has got a US plug on it so that I can make my cups of tea, which is super important. And I think this is the fridge. Yes, so there's a fridge in there. Grab some milk on the way back so I can make my tea. Then there's just this little area which is handy to put bags, or you can put shoes underneath here. Jackets, I need to hang my jacket up. They do have these little hooks which have birds on them. I guess that's a nod to it being the garden wing, or the Wyndham Garden Inn, whatever you want to call it. Then we have a sliding door into the kind of sink area here. And then in here you just have your shower, which is a shower over the bath and toilet, obviously. The air conditioner is actually a lot louder up here, and I'm going to sleep in this bed, so hopefully when I'm trying to sleep it's not going to be super loud or anything. So like I said, these rooms are fairly basic but perfectly nice. They don't feel overly sort of dated or anything like that. They're absolutely fine, and for the money I paid, I would say that this is a really, really good option given how close it is to Disney Springs. And speaking of Disney Springs, I'm really hungry now, so let's get going and head over there. So I've just taken a photo of my room number, which is always a top tip because I do have a habit of forgetting that. It does feel very, very quiet everywhere, I have to say. There's not very many people around. I guess people are in the parks. And there is a little shop here at the hotel, which I believe is a Joffrey's location, which is very exciting. Yes, it is. So they actually do have a Joffrey's coffee right here. So in the morning, you don't even have to wait until you go to the parks. You can get your Joffrey's before you've even left. I think they have the donuts and stuff there as well as just kind of like regular milk and drinks. So we'll check that out when we come back. And as you walk out of the lobby, you just turn to the right, and we're just going to do a very, very short walk here down to Disney Springs. This is one of the closest hotels to Disney Springs, which is really handy. And there we have it. Disney Springs is literally right here. You've got this bridge that goes over. So we're just going to get the elevator in here, I think, or the stairs that takes you up and over. And of all the hotels in this area, I think that the Wyndham Garden Inn is one of the best value. It's a very, very good rate, especially considering how close it is to Disney Springs. And it looks like this is exit only, so I guess we're gonna have to go down here. Oh, that's annoying. Earl of Sandwich is right there. That's exactly where we want to be. And you do have to go through a security scanner, I should mention, to come into Disney Springs, just the same as the parks. And I think we're gonna get food first and then shops afterwards. Oh, hardly any line today. This is unusual. It's very good. I'm gonna have to get a BLT. I love the BLT sandwich here. And hopefully they've got the broccoli cheddar soup. They don't always have it, but hopefully they do, because I absolutely love that as well. Oh yes, they do have it. Broccoli cheddar. Excellent. So the first line that you get to is where you order your sandwich, then you pick up drinks and anything else you're getting. They have some very exciting looking rainbow cake, and then you pay down here at the end. Okay, we have our soup, our sandwich, which I will show you when I've unwrapped it, and my drink. It was $15.52 was the total for this. I think I did add on a tip, which was an option when I was paying by card. But yes, that is what I've spent on today's dinner. I love their packaging at the moment. This is awesome. Now, the reason I always get this sandwich, if you are a fan of American crispy bacon, please just, can we check out this sandwich? It is so good. It is absolutely amazing. I'm very excited for that. And this broccoli cheddar soup is always so delicious from here. It's one of my favourite things. That was so good. That was perfect. I haven't had Earl of Sandwich for ages. And yeah, that broccoli soup, I love it so much. So all done with that. And now I think I'll go and take a look around a few of the stores. It's already around 7 PM, so I don't want to be too late getting to bed. I've got Epcot tomorrow. But we'll go and have a look just at a few things here in Marketplace and then head on back. Okay, let's head into the marketplace. It's been a long time since I've been in here, so I'm excited to see if they have anything new, if the stores are the same, because they do change up sometimes. And look who we have here. This is kind of advertising the Vault collection, I think. The 50th look at Orange Bird. He's awesome. So this is more opened out now. They used to be, these were kind of sectioned off, but everything is more sort of open plan. And they do have Mr. Toad's car over here. You can see a little photo spot. That is from the ride. That's amazing. And the reason that this is here, this whole section here, is the Vault collection. So where we were just looking at Orange Bird, that's kind of advertising all of this retro range, such as this cute little lunchbox. I think this is like a lunchbox type thing. That's what it looks like. And that is $70. And more Orange Bird stuff. They've got the citrus swirl up there. And what is this guy's he's a little money bank. He's $19.99. They have this retro sweatshirt as well. Walt Disney World opens October 71. This is almost like pre-opening. I don't know if this is a type of design that they did have or something at the time, or whether it's just, you know, random, but that's $49.99. And it kind of has this like dirty look, so it's like white, and it actually genuinely just looks filthy to me, so I would find it hard to wear it, but I get what they're going for there. And I'm guessing this must be what the mini ears used to look like back in the day, these plastic type ones, and they are $24.99. And we've seen this range before, which is like the old vintage park map, and they have the Crocs, and they also have a bucket hat in that design. The bucket hat is $44.99. That is a pricey bucket hat. They do still kind of have everything in sections, so they have Cherry Tree Lane over here, and this purse is kind of niche. This is the little guy from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, right? He's at the end of the ride, and that is $70. And they have a Ratatouille Dooney and Burke. I don't think we've seen this design before. And they have a couple of different types. These will definitely be pricey because, you know, they always are. This one is $228. And coming through into here we have the, I think it's called Wonderground Gallery, I want to say. And a lot of these paintings that they have, you can also get a small little postcard version. Have this Coco one. They always have some really good Haunted Mansion stuff in here as well. We've got Orange Bird in a different kind of style over here. And also this little postcard. He is everywhere at the moment. With the 50th anniversary, Orange Bird is having his moment, a little bit like Mr. Toad, and I love it. And in here we have Centerpiece, which is all the homeware stuff. And they have some very cute Winnie the Pooh stuff that we saw last time we were here. And they still have a lot of the Alice stuff as well. They've got a lot of this stuff in this kind of range here. And if you're looking for Disney homeware that is not too over the top, they have this really nice blue and white range at the moment. So it has like the Mickey heads on it, but it is just much less kind of in your face, if that makes sense. They have all these home things as well. They've got like a little plate here, and they have the cushions. Becky would approve of the size of this mug. This is actually huge. That is $22.99. And Disney Tales over here is the pet store where you can get your pets' outfits. That is so cute. Look at the extra small. And that is $39.99. That is very cool. And they do have the Mickey Spirit jersey in the pet version. And those are also $39.99. And they also have the Haunted Mansion outfits for pets. These are just too cute. Honestly, look at this. It's like a little, it's actually a harness. It's $39.99. And from here it goes straight into trendy. I like this. They have the top, which is $49.99, and they also have like the lounge pants, which are $49.99 too. These Orange Bird shorts are really cute. I actually love those. They'd be really nice as like, you know, pajama shorts or just wearing around the house. $36.99. And then they have the shirt here by the door, and the sun is shining right on it, so you can't see it very well. That's $36.99. One thing that's always unbelievable when you've just travelled from the UK is how hot it is here at 7:30 in the evening. It is unbelievable how warm it is. And when you've just arrived, it just feels so strange because it was actually quite cold back in the UK, or it certainly wasn't hot. And let's take a quick look in Goofy's as well while we're here, and then we're probably going to think about heading back. These Goofy's Glaciers are really nice as well. If you want a slushie, they have all kinds of different flavours in here. They're really good. I've had these before. If you're ever at Disney Springs on your last day, if you're spending time here before the airport and you need souvenirs for people, this is a good place to come. And they have a lot of awesome treats in here. They've got like Rice Krispie treats, they have cake pops and cookies, all kinds of things, fudge as well. So yeah, this is a great place if you are looking to take something on the plane with you or take something back for someone. And they do like a create your own as well, so you can say what you want to have on it. All of the theming in here just really reminds me of like old downtown Disney. Let me know in the comments if you know what I mean by that. If you've been coming to Disney World for a long time, I just get real like downtown Disney vibes from the decor in here. And we're gonna head out, I think, just back over the bridge, back to the hotel. I am very exhausted from my travel day, and I need to get back, unpack and everything. So yeah, just a little quick visit to Disney Springs for tonight. Okay, we're back at the hotel. Let's just see what they have here in the store. It's just a few items really, it's not like a big store. Just kind of have a few snacks. They do have a CVS vending machine over there. So if you've forgotten any of your kind of toiletries or anything like that, you can get things there. And they have like fruit and a few grab and go kind of things there. And then drinks. Good morning. As you will be able to tell, it is the next day, which can only mean one thing. Yes, I got back from Disney Springs last night. So tired. I was really exhausted, and because it is quite hot, even just that tiny walk back, I was like getting weary and thinking, oh my gosh. And when I got back, I just had my phone. I thought, oh, just lay here just for a second, just look at Instagram and whatever. And yeah, then the next thing I know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm fully clothed, still in my makeup, and had fallen asleep. So I didn't get to finish the vlog. So the last thing you saw, I was in the shop and I just purchased some milk. They only had a tiny little milk and just a drink. It was very expensive in there, and it was $6.91, so I can add that to the total. And I did also tip the Mia's driver $10, so I will put the total for today up on the screen, and that is everything that I spent for travel day. And like I said, I will do this for every day of the trip. It's not necessarily that I'm trying to just spend the absolute bare minimum. I won't be buying a lot of merchandise or souvenirs, but if I do want to buy something, then I will do that. I just want to show you a realistic, you know, what I spend every day and keep a proper track of it, because I know that's something a lot of you guys have asked for. And I did have a look at the leaflet about the buses, and it now appears that you have to book the bus to get yourself over to the parks. So that's kind of strange. That's different than last time. Last time it was just, you know, you just go and get on like you do with the Disney buses. I will talk about that more in the next vlog, which will be my Epcot day. And yeah, it was a really good travel day. The flight was absolutely fine. It was so nice having the whole road to myself. I've only just done the journey like several times in a row, so every time you do it, it feels less of a kind of big deal, if that makes sense. It just feels a bit easier. I did find with Mia's Connect, I just don't like using it as much as I enjoyed the Sunshine Flyer. It was on a little smaller kind of minibus type thing, as you saw, and several other people got on, and then we all had to say like where we were going and stuff, which was fine. It's just, I found the Sunshine Flyer a lot more fun. The staff were amazing. It was just a better experience. So if you do have the option of doing Sunshine Flyer or Mia's Connect for Disney hotels, then definitely I would go with the Sunshine Flyer as it stands at the moment. But Mia's Connect will be able to take you to other hotels, so if you're staying off site you would only have the option of Mia's, because Sunshine Flyer currently don't do that. But always check, because I know they are looking to expand their service as soon as possible, so by the time you're watching this, then maybe they do service the other hotels. And the other thing I did want to mention is the airport. So Gatwick, I will be totally honest with you, was a nightmare. I've flown from Heathrow 3 times now since the pandemic, and it's been great every time. Hotels were obscenely expensive, every single one. Like, I couldn't find, even the Travelodge I think was over £100, and that one's not even right at the terminal. Security was way busier. Then when you got through, it was just, you could not get even a cup of coffee. Like, there was a huge line for every single place to get coffee, every single place to get food. That was another thing I didn't get a chance to say. They didn't have any of the breakfast stuff in Nando's, apart from I think like pancakes and eggs, but they were also, you could get like chicken and like fries and stuff at that time in the morning. It was the most bizarre situation. So that's why I just had that weird breakfast, and I had to really quickly eat it because then I was rushing to the gate. So if you're flying with BA and you've got the option between Heathrow and Gatwick, at the moment I would take Heathrow every single time. If you're flying with Virgin Atlantic, it will only be Heathrow anyway, because they've removed their service from Gatwick. But I did not enjoy the airport experience at Gatwick compared to Heathrow, that is for sure. But that is going to do it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching another travel day. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell icon to make sure you're always notified when I upload a new vlog, which is every Saturday. If you're new here, please do go back and look through some of the old playlists. I have so many Disney vlogs now, so there's lots to keep you going before the next one. So huge thank you for watching. I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
What colors fade my disbelief and make me forget.
I'm not sure about this, but we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm gonna face my fear. Oh my gosh, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I'm really trying to be okay about this, but I'm feeling very bad.
Flame your light, take a smoke. Put your broken rip off, wayfarers on. Doesn't matter if the sun goes down, we'll still be up, don't care about the place.